we make of all the new developments at Cypress Semiconductor? See why. Here's a stock that plunged from its highs of over $15 in March of last year all the way down to $6.30 at the market-wide bottom in mid-February. Since then, Cypress has bounced back to $9 and change as of today, an epic 50% rebound from the lows, but the stock is still well off its highs. I think there's a case to be made that it's a real bargain, but I've been making that case. Still, it's got that notoriously BIG dividend yield of 4.7%. Cypress is the #1 maker of chips that power touchscreens. They've got a big presence in programmable systems on a chip, which are low-power semiconductors with a ton of applications across different industries. Plus, a little over a year ago, the company combined with an outfit called Expansion in an all-stock merger of equals, and that deal increased their exposure to static random access memories, or SRAM chips, while also making them the third-largest purveyor of microcontrollers and memory chips for the automobile market. Now, last week, we got some very big news from Cypress Semi. On Thursday, the company reported a quarter with substantial year-over-year declines in sales, margins, and earnings, but the numbers nevertheless came in better than expected, and the guidance for the next quarter was well above what Wall Street was looking for. At the same time, we learned that Cypress was acquiring Broadcom's wireless Internet of Things business for $550 million, and management said the deal could be additive to earnings within a year of closing. I think that's very exciting. However, the stock did next to nothing in the news, in part because we also found out that the company's longtime CEO, Rodgers, was stepping down, effective immediately. Something I'm a lot less excited about, frankly, even as I like that he's staying at the company to focus purely on technology. Let's check in with Rodgers, the iconic founder and co-founder and now former CEO of Cypress Semi. Hear more about the quarter and what these moves mean for his company. Welcome back to Mad Money.
Thank you. Glad to be back.
All right, I have to admit I'm a little mystified because you got $60 million in for Deca Technology we've talked about many different times. You've got this amazing deal from Broadcom, a business that has thousands of customers. They don't like that. They like a concentrated customers. You've got the Expansion acquisition that is really playing out, but you have a stock that's a little down from its high. Is this the time to double down on TJ or the time to resign effective immediately?
Well, first of all, I stepped down as CEO. I'm still on the board, right, and I'm going to do more technical duties. That is the succession plan, which the board has looked at every year since I turned 65. Every year I go in, including my 68th year in the last meeting, and tell them what's happening. So that's a planned event. I'll still be here full time. I will still working 60 hours a week, but it's always been my plan not to have my butt glued in a boardroom chair doing operations reviews 32 hours a week. I'm going to go back. We've got some big deals, some great startups, and I'm going to go make some money for the company that way during the last, I hope it's a decade of my career. On where are we going, I'm as perplexed as you are. If you look at my trading record, you'll see I've been buying. I bought a bunch of stock when it dipped for a couple crazy days into the sixes. You'll see me buying in the near future. So if you ask me why that is, I can guess along with you, but obviously I've been buying on weakness, and I'm still bullish on the company, and I've never changed.
But you said some things. I frankly, look, you're a straightforward guy, the most straightforward guy I have. And you said, and to be completely candid, the board and even the executive staff have urged me to bring new blood into operations. Well, I don't know. I like old blood. Old blood's been working for me over the long term. So what's with these executive staff for deciding that they need new blood?
Well, okay, thank you for that question, because I wrote that press release every word myself, so it's 100% true, and the board chose to let it go out exactly the way I wrote it. My secretary gave me a shirt a while back, and on it says "Old Guys Rule," and it's got a picture of John Wayne in the back, and I agree with you. Fact is, like investors, I become impatient. I can be a tough guy when I'm impatient. And I've been riding people real hard, and I've been riding them for a year and a quarter. And the fact is, people have been saying, look, step back, be on the board, go to our operations review, and let the young guys take over. Now, my young guys are in their 40s, so they're ready to go. It's an opportunity for them. The guys in the company, they've been here a minimum of 10 years and typically 20-plus years. So it's an opportunity for them. And I get to do what I plan to do at the end of this year anyway, which is work on the stuff I've always liked to work on. You don't know it, but every Thursday I do this anyway. I work CEO 4 days a week, and on Thursday I always have kept a technical project going.
So this is a little like what Larry Ellison did. I mean, Larry Ellison resigned and people thought he was done. No, he's just drilling down on some technologies that he really likes and is in touch with the CEO all the time, the co-CEOs all the time. That will be the same?
That's right, exactly.
Okay, now
I will basically work on the hottest thing they got going that needs a cross-functional project manager that can get stuff done, and most likely whatever their biggest problem is, and then I'll have my technical meetings that I'll do that for the company where I review the technical stuff, not financial numbers.
Okay, well, one last question. I mean, people are talking. Some of these analysts are saying, "Well, this is the chance also for the company to sell itself." I don't hear anything that from you now that makes me think that this company's now for sale because you are going to work on technologies and still won't be on the board.
Well, even if we were going to sell, you asked a question about valuation before. I had a chart here, and I'd rather just verbalize it.
Okay.
If you want to look at whether or not Cypress Semiconductor is overpriced or underpriced as a stock, I wrote a paper in 1996, and I'll tell you, that paper, which is on our website, go to investor information, and price-to-sales ratio, or PS ratio, is the first click after that. There's a paper I wrote in 1996, and it talks about whether the company's under or overvalued. Right now, our company's valued below its 10th percentile point. Of course, if I knew why that was, I would have already fixed it, and it wouldn't be there. I think the fact that our revenue went from $475 million a quarter down to $425 is probably part of the deal. We actually, most of that revenue decline were businesses we divested because they weren't going to be profitable ever, and we wanted to clean up during the merger. So I believe the stock is undervalued. I'm one investor. The other investors don't. That's fine. I'm buying. They're not buying, and we'll see who makes money in the next in the rest of this year. Well, I'm very bullish on the company, including this Broadcom acquisition. Gives us state-of-the-art radio technology that kind of completes our embedded system portfolio of products, memories, processors, and now radios, the best in the world.
Well, look, I'm totally with you. I've said that I felt bad. I mean, when I was supposed to say sell at 15, buy back at 9, I'm not that good. I think that you have made a great statement for the value of the company, and you've also built a great company, sir. And I'm thrilled that you're coming to us now, and I'm proud that I have been able to champion you for all of these years, including well before this show began. T.J. Rodgers, founder and former CEO of Cypress Semi. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Stay with Cramer. Booyah! Jim Cramer here from Mad Money. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube. Click here to subscribe and get the jump on my exclusives with CEOs, plus market news, investing advice, and a whole lot more.